Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to my channel. And this is your weekly crypto forecast for week 42, entry into this week. And of course, for those of you who are watching me for the first time, my name is James Kenneth and you're here on St.JamesCrypto. So I want to talk to you about what is happening right now in the market. Of course, a lot of you that saw my video yesterday, of course, you understand what you need to do in this market. Okay. And starting from Bitcoin, Ethereum, going down to the altcoins, we need to understand one thing. This dump that we just saw wasn't a dump, as some people might call it, because of the tariffs, because of Donald Trump. No, it's because of a huge way sellout. They try to manipulate the market. I've said that number without times because the way it shoots up and come down, we have that horizon, that triangle, sharp upward movement and of course downward movement as it can get. So I'm not surprised, but of course the mirroring into the week 42 for crypto, into the week 42 for this year 2025, we're going to see starting from Monday, we're going to see how the market quickly recovers because we've seen that relative as crypto relative strength index of crypto, and we're seeing that we're in that place of oversold. So the market will start to regain momentum. Bitcoin trying to move up, getting to that 115 between Tuesday, Wednesday, at least for us to be above there, 115,000. And once it gets to 115, Bitcoin can easily go to that 100. The next area of resistance is going to be that 120, 122 level. So once Bitcoin crossed that 122, 122. So the next point we're going to be looking at, it will be looking at to cross its all-time high, to go into 128, to break there. Once it can break there, then the market will just explode. Of course, like I've said before, the crypto market, this is not a financial advice, ladies and gentlemen. You're required to do your own research, invest not more than you can afford to lose, okay? Because we try to study the charts, ladies and gentlemen. There's no single crypto analyst that can give you 100% regarding what will happen. No. And sometimes, like I always say, the economic situation can provoke either upward movement or downward movement in crypto. But of course, this is what we forecast because we look at the charts and we understand and like, okay, this might happen. Okay, no, this is not some prophetic update. Okay, this is me trying to analyze what the market will bring and what we should be expecting for the week 42 in crypto. So that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm expecting Bitcoin to go above 115 between Tuesday, Wednesday, and try to go up into that 120. Yeah. So, and of course, for Ethereum, I'm looking at Ethereum coming back to that, regaining that momentum and going to that 4,200, 4,300 level, trying to recover its momentum, that support area, and once it goes up to that 4,500 level, then we might hit higher prices as the week runs out. Okay, so then we're entering into the middle of October, ladies and gentlemen. I think this time we're going to see a kind of active movement of like huge flow of liquidity into the market. Let's just pray that the elites they're not going to be tampering with the flow of the market, because that's what is happening right now. This is not the first time we've been hearing about tariffs and all that, and to try to use Trump's tariffs to silence a lot of publishers out there trying to use them to like silence, to blind the eyes of the people. But you're gonna know, okay? And besides that, do you know one thing I believe? Because those of us that in the Christian crypto community, we believe in the prophecies, we believe not just because of what the chart is at, what's happening in the chart, or because of what um, the people are saying, the economy is saying, the flow of liquidity, not just because what they're saying, but because of what God is saying. That's what matters for us. Okay. But I'm really, really excited because I'm looking at this and like, okay, we're going to come back with momentum. The bulls are coming back, okay, to take the market by storm. So of course, altcoins should be pumping. I believe we are in this point where we are not going to expect that kind of exponential rise for Bitcoin where it used to go, skyrocket like what we had last year, September, October, for Bitcoin running helter skelter. But we're going to see, altcoin continue to pump. Altcoins will continue to pump. And as altcoins are pumping, we're going to get the meme coin doing their thing. Some meme coin in the space of this altcoin exploding exponentially. Do you know why? Because they are built on this altcoin. Liquidity will be flowing into them. Like we talk about BNB. So we're waiting for some in BNB to keep exploding. Okay. And of course, I told you, ladies and gentlemen, Shiba, look at what's happened to Shiba. It also dropped. So we're not even affected by this and dropped in market cap. Except, in fact, the prophetic, in the prophetic crypto space, we also see that some coins were not really affected. Like crypto was not really affected. The price stayed. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, that's something that I'm like, wow. Crypto cannot wait to explode, my brothers and sisters. Bnbtiger, I saw today the market is good. At least it flipped a bit green for Bnbtiger. Talking about the new Bnbtiger, we saw 10% increase. Then we're also looking at the old Bnbtiger. Not much is going, but of course, for those of us owning the crypto, we know that the market will run. As far as we're in the bull run, we have a lot of investors in Bnbtiger. Now, moving forward into other cryptos like Wikicat, and of course, we're looking at the ecosystem as well. Wikicat wasn't affected. So we're going to flip the market entering into week 42. The market is going to come back alive. That is what the chart is saying. But of course, we need to understand this, that the charts are not perfect. Some whales can decide to do the opposite of the chart, and that can also affect the market. The economic situation could affect the market. That's why I say this is not a financial advice. Besides studying the charts, we need to pray, ask for wisdom. We need to be wise in crypto. Like the Bible said, be wise as a serpent. This is what the week 42 holds for us. We've seen market recovery. We're forecasting, not just forecasting, we're speaking to the market. We want to see some positive upside movements in crypto. And of course, those of you that hold Xrpetf, those of you that hold Shiba, those of you that are holding Wikicat, Billycat, and what's it called? TKC. A lot of crypto out there that's a lot of, for medium and low scale investors like us, don't be carried away. Just sit back, enjoy the ride, because this week is going to be some week of a lot of action. And of course, for those of you that still have funds in your account, this is the time to DCA, dollar cost average. Know how to navigate the market. Look at what you can really, how to dollar cost average. This is the time to be buying more in, because once these elites pump the market again, and your crypto, you get 10, 20, 20x, 30x. Some of you get 100x. Please don't wait. course, this is not a financial advice. For me, what I'm going to do, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut my bag into half. When I get 100%, like when I get 100x, I'm not going to be waiting for this elite to be dumping on me. I am going to be doing 50% into my bank account or to rotate into other cryptos. That's what I'll do. Okay, you need to be wise. Okay, because the mean should give us leverage into the big cryptos. Okay, for example, if crypto, go from here into 30, 40, 50, 80x, I'm going to, cash out. I'm not selling everything, of course, but I'm going to take half of the 50%, reinvest into these big other cryptos that are there for the long run utility. Of course, this is not a financial advice. Do your own research, okay? And of course, let me know what you think below for this week 42. I predict and I'm seeing the markets coming back alive. Despite the monopolies, the elite trying to control the market. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think. If you watch my channel, you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Share with your friends and family. And of course, see you on the next one. We're expecting this week to be full with a lot of upside. God bless you. Thank you. See you on the next one.